Well, to be honest with you, I'm getting tired of opening the last couple shows with the announcement that someone else has passed away, but unfortunately, here we go again, because I'm doing this on March 1st, and on February 28th, Ricou Browning, the creature from the Black Lagoon, passed away at age, I believe, 93. Ricou was not only the creature from the Black Lagoon, he was a huge part of the Florida film industry, pretty much running the show at Ivan Tour's studio with Flipper, doing some work on Thunderball and Never Say Never, and of course directing that grindhouse classic, Mr. No Legs. Ricou played the underwater creature 3 times, once in The Creature from the Black Lagoon, second time was Revenge of the Creature, and the third time was The Creature Walks Among Us. As far as the film itself goes, you got to really look at this film in a different light right now, because I remember as a kid growing up and reading the famous monsters from Filmland magazines, and that's how we discovered the creature. And as luck would have it, we were at the Embassy Theater watching a kiddie matinee, and they would also, show trailers for the next week's matinee. This time they didn't show trailers. It was simply 2 logos went up on the screen. The Creature from the Black Lagoon and Revenge of the Creature. And I'm like, I don't know how old I was. It had to be in the mid-60s, but I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually going to get to see The Creature from the Black Lagoon on a panoramic huge screen, which I did. And to me, it's the perfect 50s monster movie. There has been talks of remaking it and revisiting it over the years, and I'm like, why? There's nothing wrong with the film originally. What are you going to do? Just cheese up the monster, throw in some fucking gore, maybe have the monster, be sexually assaulting some women? Because that seems to be the shit that goes on today in all the horror films. But no, this was a 50s perfect monster movie. There has never been any need to fuck with it. And I also remember it being put on broadcast TV in the original 3D form, where you had to go, I think it was either 7-Eleven or Dairy Queen, to get the special glasses to watch the broadcast, of The Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D. Again, great movie. The second one was also good, but it stole the ending from the first one, where the creature eats a couple of bullets and it's seen sinking down to the bottom. The third one, Creature Walks Among Us, really didn't like it, because they did that whole thing about making him, only be able to live on land, and then, he's walking around with the, bullet wounds in him and shit like that, and then he walks into the ocean and dies. The other thing special about the creature is that basically it became one of the classic Universal monsters. And out of all the 50s Universal horror films, that's the only one that produced a classic monster that basically is around forever. Like the 30s had Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Mummy. The 40s had a different Mummy and the Wolfman. And the 50s had, a lot of Universal pictures directed by, Jack Arnold and produced by William Allen. But the only one that really stood out was The Creature from the Black Lagoon. And, now it's part of, the classic Universal Monsters library. So it's all good. I had met Ricou, at a couple conventions. He was a pleasant guy. I didn't really get too friendly with him, but I did get friendly with the land creature, Ben Chapman. And whenever he used to come out, I used to smoke him up. And it was a running joke where I'd put a couple of joints in an envelope and slip it to his handler and write on it "Seaweed for the Creature." So, Benny was a good guy. We had a lot of fun together. And he was always, always looking, because he wasn't going to get on a plane with it and bring it from Hawaii, because that's where he was living. So, yeah, I miss Ben. I miss Ben a lot. And I'm, really sorry that Ricou's no longer with us either. But 93 years old is a hell of a run. And also, I just got news this morning that a childhood friend of mine, who I hadn't seen in a long time, Danny Morelli, just passed away, which is another, Like I said, I'm going through a bunch of shit myself. I'm just coming off a colonoscopy yesterday, and I'm still like half out of it and shit, but I felt that this had to be addressed because, Ricou was a good guy, fan favorite, and class act, and of course, he was one of the most original monsters of all times, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So, Again, thank you, Rico, and may you rest in peace, and my condolences to the fans and friends and family. Got to address something else before I go. Someone who I since removed the post put up Trump 2024. Please do not put political shit on this fucking thing and your comments. I really don't want to hear them. I really don't like Donald Trump. I didn't like him before he was president. I fucking hated him when he was president, and I still hate him today. And that goes back to shit that he pulled in New York. Honestly, there isn't one political fucking leader in this country that I could even say I could even barely stand. Don't want to bring it in here, but you know something, dude? I removed the comment. You put it up again, I'll block your ass. It's that simple, because I really don't need to deal with like shit on my page like that or on my channel. So sorry I had to address that, but I really don't want it put up here. And if that offends anybody, you simply have the choice of turning me the fuck off, like I said before. But we don't want to do that. We got a lot of other shit coming up. So again, Ricou Browning, thank you. May you rest in peace, and thank you for all your contributions to our genre. And to the new subscribers and the old subscribers, I want to thank you for continually tuning in. I'm working on the health thing. It's not easy, but I'm trying to get some answers. And, you know, when, like I said, childhood friend just passes away, he was a couple of years older than me. It's kind of fucking scary. But I'll fucking soldier on. That's what I do. So until next time, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.